Akwaba, welcome back. If you are just now joining us, we are exploring our connections as it relates to our struggle history and what actions we must do now. Again, connections and actions will be a thread that will define and illuminate Season 3 of Mwalimu, Dropping the Knowledge. To properly contextualize struggle, I must begin with this profound quote from the honorable and esteemed freedom fighter, Frederick Douglass. "If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom and yet deprecate agitation are men who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want rain without thunder and lightning. They want the ocean without the awful roar of its many waters. This struggle may be a moral one, or it may be a physical one, or it may be both moral and physical, but it must be a struggle. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will." End quote. Douglass was correct in 1857 and is still correct today. Black people have never been given anything. We have had to struggle, fight, march, protest, even wage war to liberate ourselves. It has been and continues to be a moral struggle, a physical struggle, and an emotional struggle. In the motherland and in the diaspora, freedom fighters strategically, intellectually recruited people of like minds and organized them towards the goal of liberation. Our connections in struggle are broad, powerful, and continual. One particular connection experience shared by people worldwide has been that of resistance. Defined as the refusal to accept or comply, African people resisted domination from the beginning, and the resistance continues. The examples are legendary, numerous, and includes the fierce fighting against the conquest of the motherland waged by Queen Nzinga in Angola, the Ethiopians against Italian conquest, and the Ashanti 100-year war that the Ghanaians waged to resist British domination. Intentional and conscious fighting for liberation from the enslavers gave rise to Nanny and the Maroons of Jamaica, deadly poison plots in Bermuda, the Haitian Revolution, and enslavement rebellions in Canada. In the United States, the elaborate escape plan known as the Underground Railroad had the participation of both blacks and whites, as did abolition movements and uprisings. The armed struggle in the motherland to remove the yoke of colonialism was first waged by warrior Queen Nzinga in Angola. Armed resistance was led by Asante and Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana, Jomo Kenyatta and the Kenyan Land and Freedom Party in Kenya, Patrice Lumumba in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Thomas Sankara in Burkina Faso, and brothers Amilcar and Louis Cabral in Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde. Anti-apartheid movements led by Stephen Biko, Nelson Mandela, and Winnie Mandela also utilized armed resistance. In an effort to eliminate the leaders of armed resistance, colonial powers either exiled them or brutally assassinated them. In particular, Sally Bassett, Teresa de Benguela, Amilcar Cabral, Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, and Fred Hampton were all horrifically executed. Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, and Martin King were shot dead by an assassin's bullet. Other leaders were exiled, including Marcus Garvey, Kwame Nkrumah, and Asante, but the people would not be denied their freedom. The spirit of struggle and resistance also inspired intellectual and cultural movements to reclaim our authentic identity and culture after mass brainwashing. The Harlem Renaissance in the United States and the Negritude movement in Europe were early efforts to reframe the narrative of Black people that was also prominent in the efforts of Marcus Garvey and the Garveyites. The Black arts movement of the 1960s took a page from the Harlem Renaissance, reframing our quest for liberation as non-negotiable. From the poetry of Gil Scott-Heron and Nikki Giovanni to the music of James Brown, telling us unapologetically, say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud. We'll be right back.